These topics just keep popping into my head, and if you don't want to watch this one, that's good. It's good with me. I'm good with that. So, having said that, we did a lot of weeding in our garden before we discovered how to do it in an easy way. And there's lots of ways people use. Some people put newspapers down to right up to the plant or to the row to keep the weeds from coming up to start with. Some people use um, other kinds of mulch on top. There's just some people use plastic. There's all kinds of things that you can use to cut down the work of weeding. What we found that worked really good used to be called a hula hoe. I think there are other names for it, but that was a trade name, a company name, and it looks like a horse stirrup that you put your boot into on the horse. It's shaped like a horse stirrup. It's just an open. You can put your foot right in it. It's it's about it's a metal piece about this wide, and it's just shaped in the shape of a horse stirrup. And it wiggles a little bit forward and backward, but not much, maybe less than an inch. It wiggles back and forward, and you use it like a vacuum cleaner. That's the best example I can give you. And you just kind of, well, you can't see my hand very well, I'm sorry, but you just kind of push it back and forth like a vacuum cleaner, forward and back. And it basically cuts the weeds off at the ground level, and they just fall over and dry up. And of course, the root system is still there, so it's going to grow back, but they generally mostly do anyway. Some of them you can get from the roots, especially after it rains. You can rip them up pretty easy, some of them. But this gets all the little tiny ones. If you do it on a regular basis and the weeds are this tall, then you're, yanking your hula hoe back and forth, and it cuts them off when they're really small. And we found that it saved us hours and hours of work. You could go through, I think we had like a 20 by 50-foot garden space we rented when we were really doing it, full steam before I got sick. I had to quit gardening for quite a while. Gardened right up until my son was born in 91. At any rate, and did gardening after that, but saved us a ton of work. We found it was I just can't, it's beyond me. We live in a farming area, and it's beyond my comprehension. I didn't understand that farmers used brand name chemicals that you would recognize that I'm not going to use right now. They spray blank blank all across the farm fields. I didn't know that, to kill everything that was growing, and then they let it sit a little while. And then they plant the stuff they really want to grow, like corn and sugar beets and so forth, in the farm field. And I just didn't understand that's the way they did it. And it's kind of disgusting. We'll talk about monoculture in another video, and the dangers of monoculture. I don't think I covered that in the bee video. No bees, no beans, no bees, no beans. Okay, you're gonna think I'm ludicrous if I don't quit laughing at myself, so I'll quit here. What was this video about? I've forgotten already. Hope I remember by the time I have to type it. Okay, I'm not on drugs, really. I'm on peppermint and chocolate, but I need this to shut it off. Okay, 3 minutes and 23 seconds. That was pretty good. 25, 26. Bye.